Okay, we're recording now. Okay. All right, are we ready?
Ready.
Okay, so in the last, in that last video, I was talking about a t-test, and I was talking about it as a between subjects variable. So another way we could do the funny film thing is that we could do a within. And in a within subjects, we could have it where you ask people how happy they're feeling before they watch a funny film. We could show them a funny film, and then we could ask them again afterwards how they're feeling, if it made them feel any happy. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do it with all of us, and I'm gonna ask you guys how happy you feel right now. First thing in the morning, full day, stretching out in front of all of us. How happy you feel right now, and then I'll show you guys a funny video clip, and then I'll ask you again. Okay? So I know there's a chat feature on here, right?
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah. So you guys can, if I could figure any of this out, just put in the chats how happy you feel right now.
On a scale of 1 to 10, correct?
Yeah, so 10 being just very happy. I'm gonna write all this down.
I don't know. I feel like mine's kind of biased because I just finished watching some TikToks. So,
You know, there's lots of extraneous variables in this particular example. Let's see. No. I'm writing it all down, sorry. Did I get everyone? And this isn't anonymous, and it should be. So lots of extraneous variables here. Is everyone, oh, hang on. Is everyone in? Did everyone put their response in? You guys aren't talking to me. Is everything okay?
I'm good here.
Okay. All right. Cool. So everyone's in. All right. So now, come on, PowerPoint, I swear. Okay. So now here's the funny film. Sound on, everybody. We'll watch the funny film.
Oh, that's the plan.
I know you guys have probably seen this. But. Okay, so now how happy do you feel now?
Do we put it in the chat again?
Yes, put it in the chat again. Give me a minute to write it all down so we can enter it all in. All right. Claire, I don't think I got your answer before.
I wasn't in before. I was waiting.
That's right. That's right.
You can
How
just
happy
put it
do you
as like
think-
a 5.
Okay. Fair. All right. Hang on. Still writing it all down. Okay. All right. I think I got everyone. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So now what we are going to do is we are going to go to SPSS. So let's all go and we'll do a new data set. Okay. Can everyone see is everyone looking at SPSS on my screen? Yeah. Okay.
Mine didn't change. It's still on the PowerPoint.
Yeah, it's presentation.
Yeah, I see the PowerPoint.
Oh,
I got the PowerPoint as well.
Oh, maybe I have to share it. Okay. And you're probably right. Let's see. There.
Yes.
Okay.
Got it.
Cool. All right. So what we have here, this is just a blank data set. Okay. And you guys can follow along with me. Down here at the bottom, you'll see where it says data view and variable view. There's 2 different tabs. Do you guys see that? Down here. And so at first, we're going to go to variable view. And because this is a within subjects single factor 2-level design, that's the only reason why we're going to be able to run a t-test on this, because it's just 2 levels, single factor 2 levels. So here's where we're going to enter in what becomes our columns in the data set. So what we can do is you can have a participants column if you want to. So you can put in participants, and then we will have before and after happiness. So I'm just going to do before and after. We don't need decimal points for this, so I just take this down to 0 personally. And then over here, we have the measurements. And this is where you put things like scale, ordinal, nominal. Those are your only options. So what kind of scale is this? Happiness 1 to 10.
Ordinal.
Ordinal, yeah. So we can do ordinal here. Does everyone have that? Once you have that entered in, you can go over here, back to the data view. So here we're gonna have our participants. I'm just gonna number them. And I'm gonna enter in the data and you guys can enter in the data with me. So I'm gonna do the before and after for each participant. Where am I at? Okay. I'll give you guys a minute to catch up. Let me know when you're good.
I'm good.
Good. Everyone good? Okay. So now that we've entered it all, we are going to do the analysis. So you can go up here to the top and you can go where it says analyze. And because it's a t-test, all we're doing is we're comparing the means of two different things. That's all we're doing. So all of our t-test options are here in the compare means. And you'll see that there are a couple different options. So the two that you need to pay attention to is this one right here that says independent samples t-test, and then the one a couple down that says paired samples t-test. So the differences there are for the independent samples. That's whenever each group is independent. So we do that whenever we're doing the between subjects designs. So if you have a design that requires a t-test and it's a between subjects, you would use a independent samples t-test. This one is a within subjects. So so they're tied together in some way. And so for this, what we would do is we would use a dependent samples t-test, but because this is SPSS, they call it a paired samples instead of a dependent samples, but it's the same thing. So the paired samples is a dependent samples t-test. So we're gonna click on this. Hang on, let me plug in my computer. Of course it's going dead. So why wouldn't that happen? All right, okay. So you'll see this box come up. Do you guys see the box? Yes? Okay. Oh, y'all on mute, not talking to me. I need people to talk to me. I'm in my apartment alone all the time. Every day. Okay, so we have our variables here. And so what we're gonna do is you see it says variable 1, variable 2, right? We're gonna be comparing variable 1 to variable 2. So we're gonna pop these over just like, if you want to explore, you can always explore. You'll see this options. We will be doing more things when we get into more complex, but for this, we don't need to change anything. So once you have that in, before versus after, we're gonna hit OK. Do you guys see my output screen? No.
No.
All right, let me share that. Okay.
Yep.
Okay. So here is what we got. So in the last video, I was talking about what you see, the output on SPSS and what it means. So this is not very different from what that was showing. What I was showing you guys before was a independent samples t-test. So this is what a dependent samples t-test looks like. So you'll see the mean up here. So this is our mean happiness, all of us, before we watch the funny film. And then the mean happiness after we watch the funny film. We had 15 participants. Here's our standard deviation. And then here's our standard error. So here's the information we need, just our, this is our descriptive statistics. So then if we go down here to this box, the paired samples t-test, this is where it's going to actually compare the means. So it's going to run the t-test to compare the means. And we can come over here to the t. This is our t value. This is our degrees of freedom, because again, we have 14 participants minus 1. So 14 of us can vary. And this is our significance. And somehow we got a significant result. Wow. We were significantly happier after watching that film. You guys. So there you go. So that's how you run a paired samples t-test in SPSS. And that's how you run t-tests in SPSS. You come up here and you do your compare means, and independent samples t-test is here and a dependent samples t-test is there. And that's it. So that's how you do that. So what do you guys think? Good?
Good stuff.
Good. How many of you guys, this is your first time doing anything in SPSS?
Me.
Right here.
Okay. So there are some of you guys that have not had experience with SPSS before. Okay, cool. What questions do you have about this or anything that we've been doing so far, or anything? Life, whatever.
I mean, I understand how to do it. I just wish that my program would work.
Yeah. Okay. Well, you know, I filmed the video, so hopefully that'll be helpful for you later once you get it working, or for people that
I'll play around with it. I'm sure I'll figure it out.
Yeah.
You said that we wouldn't have to do any of our own calculations, right? Like we'll do most of it through SPSS.
Yes. So there will be no hand calculations. There is one thing that we're going to talk about that SPSS can't do. It doesn't do it. So there is one potential calculation, but it's real simple. It's like a subtraction thing. But that's just because SPSS just won't do it. And I don't know why, but doesn't spit out that information. But that's going to be way later, and it's easy. But no, I mean, I think it's important. My goal, I want you guys to understand where the numbers are coming from, like what it means, what the underlying meaning is of these values. But we have programs that are going to run like I had to do all hand calculations in grad school. And it's like, for me personally anyway, I didn't understand stats. I walked out of that class, I had no idea what I was doing. And it didn't help. So I don't think, like, we have all these programs. Why would you ever need to hand calculate this stuff? You know?
Are you gonna give us like data sets that we'll upload into SPSS? Is there a way for us to like take something from Moodle or from Slack and put it into SPSS?
Yes, that's what I'm going to do. I have a couple worksheets. So we've done the t-test and we did that together. I have a worksheet with a one-way ANOVA, and that's what we're going to do next. And I have a worksheet with that. And so I have an example. And so I think probably for that first one, we will enter the data together and run it. And so we're all making sure we're on the same page. And then there's a bunch of questions and you guys can answer them on your own and submit those back into me. So that's kind of my plan. So, yeah. So yeah, we do have a couple of SPSS worksheets, and some you'll do on your own and some you'll turn in. And I think those worksheets will replace the grades that you would have got for the group project. So.
And with those
My grading, just so you know, is going to be lenient.
So will those be graded more for like participation rather than like if you're correct or not?
Yeah, I mean, I'll grade them. Yeah, I'll try to give you guys each individual feedback if I see major problems, but it's mostly like normally I don't grade them. Normally it's just practice and we go over them and you can judge for yourself how well you're doing. But again, because we're missing points on all this other group project stuff, yeah, more participation than whether you're correct or not. Just did you do it? Did you put your thought into it? That's what I'm thinking. What else, guys?
I have a question about the research proposal grade and poster presentation. Will you
Oh,
use those in Moodle?
I'll post those. Sorry. I'll get those. I'll get them up.
Thank you.
Life is hard, I'm telling you.
No, it is. It's rough right now.
How are you doing
Yeah.
with everything, Dr. Gill?
I can't get motivated to do anything. Do y'all feel that way?
Yeah. I think we're all in that boat.
100%. I feel like I'm in high school again. Hate it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like something's just wrong with me. It's like I can't function. I mean, I can, you know, I shower every day. You know, yesterday I showered, I put on real clothes, I fixed my hair, and I put on makeup, and I walked around the neighborhood. And I actually felt good, like I had a good day. I was like, maybe I should do this every day because I feel like normal.
Yeah, going to the grocery store is like a family field trip now. We're all like fighting of who gets to like drive and like go to the grocery store.
That's so fun. Man. For some reason in my neighborhood, all these people have flat tires. I don't know, there's like all these cars with flat tires. So yesterday on my walk, I took pictures of all the flat tires. I'm like, ooh, I'm gonna make a Facebook post that's gonna be funny about everyone with flat tires. And I'm like, this is where I'm at these days. Like that's where life is. All right. Well, that's all I have for you guys today. I think going through SPSS is going to be better in a synchronous way.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, I missed you all. I want to feel like this feels a little bit more normal, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Ish.
for sure.
I mean, as normal as things can be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you going to post will there be a timeline for like the worksheets online? And like, are you gonna put them on Moodle and then we'll just have to like turn them in on Moodle?
Yeah.
Okay. So would we just like
to me or turn them in on Moodle? That'll be fine.
like for like our work, like will there be work required? Like do I need to print it out and then like write on it and then scan it back in? Like how do you want us to turn them in?
I think they're Word documents, so you should be able to type on them.
Okay. Cool.
But that's up to you. If you would rather print them out and write on them and somehow scan them back into me or take a cell phone picture, that would be fine. It's fine. However you get it to me is fine.
And then is everything else in the syllabus like the same? I don't know. Did you send out
I didn't because
Okay.
I was working on a syllabus, and then I just kind of felt like it's going to be so in flux. Like, I don't know how I could hold to a syllabus, because I don't know, you know, I don't know if that makes sense. I just don't know, like, how it's all going to go. So
Yeah, is there still a way for us to do the SPSS quiz, or will that be more just like based off of graded work that we've done in SPSS?
yeah, I think we'll be able to do the SPSS quiz. We'll still be able to do the quizzes, but instead, what I'm going to do is I'll like send them out to you, because they're quizzes and I give them to you all anyway. Like, they are things that I hand back to you all, so they are ones that you will end up having. I think I'll just email them to you, and you guys can just do them on your own. I'll give you guys like a couple days to turn them back into me.
Okay.
So then you can, it'll be open note, open book. Again, it's fine. This semester, I'm counting as a wash. I don't know how you deal with it.
Yeah.
Take it.
So the exam will be more structured. And I'll figure out, I'm going to have to change it for sure, but we'll figure out how that's going to go later on. But yeah, the quizzes, I'll just send them out to you and you guys can do them on your own. And that's how we'll do that. Does that sound okay to you all?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Cool. What else? We got 7 minutes.
Do you know when they're going to send us the like course schedule for next year?
Here's what I know. I sent out an email. Have any of you guys had advising appointments?
I got an email from one of my advisors about how they're like planning for a possible split fall semester. I don't know, like, and how like you'd have like, it'd be like 2 center terms back to back, and you'd have like 2 classes in each center term class. It's kind of like what I heard. I don't know how accurate that is, but.
Wait, what?
Yeah, so we had a BNS program meeting. We have lunches together sometimes on Zoom. And so we had a BNS program meeting, and I was like, so I'm going to start scheduling advising meetings. And then Dr. BC was like, no, don't, wait. And then she went, and then she signed off a Zoom. I was like,
What?
What does that mean? So we've been told to wait on advising. I sent out an email to my advisees the other day. Some of you all are my advisees. And I was like, I'm in a holding pattern. As I started to get a bunch of emails, and I'm like, I don't know. So I don't know. If we're online in the fall, you all, I might get a second job. I'm not gonna be able to, but nothing's open, so I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna have to do something. I can't still work at Kroger. I can't sit in this apartment until December. I mean, can you all? What in the world?
Yeah, I'm
It's
really hoping that we're
pretty-
not
yeah.
online. Starting nursing school online would be terrible.
Surely that's not gonna happen. It cannot happen. It just can't. Ugh. All right, well, my kid's here. So, hello, you all. I'm gonna finish this up. Hang on. All right, well, we'll have another Zoom meeting soon. Good luck out there.
Too.
Email me if you need anything. As far as advising goes, Arpit, I think what you're saying is what I've heard too, but I have no idea what's going to happen. But we're in a holding pattern for the course schedule and advising. So we'll see how it all shakes out.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, I'll try and get another lecture up soon. Again, for sure.
Thank you.
Y'all have a good weekend.
Thank you.
Take care. Be safe.
Yeah.
Yeah. See ya.